This is my sketchbook from 2015, the time when I decided to quit art and do something else. And this is the drawing I drew the day after I decided to quit art, the one I'm going to be redrawing today. And with every little sketch in my sketchbook, this one has a little story behind it as well. So back then I had these two passions. One was filmmaking and one was art. And it was very hard for me to sort of focus on two of those things and get good at it, right? They were two completely different things. How the hell am I gonna get good at both at the same time, right? So I was like, you know what, man, Keshav, art isn't paying money. You'll be a broke artist if you follow this path. So why don't you just drop this damn thing and get a job? So I got this job as a video producer, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna get good at video production and filmmaking. I'm gonna quit art completely. So on 4/9/2015, right, I was like, I'm gonna quit art forever. Something that I've been doing for 15-20 years of my life, dropped, done, no more art and drawing. But a part of me was like, Keshav, you know what? You don't have to quit it completely, right? Why don't you just spend 10 to 15 minutes a day and have a daily sketch practice and draw something, and the rest of the day you go do your filmmaking stuff. Cool. Yeah, sure. That seems like a good idea. So on 5/9/2015, I have the date right here on the bottom of the sketchbook. I started my first ever daily sketch practice to draw every single day. And that's when everything changed. When I drew every single day, right, consistently, day in and day out, I was like really getting good at art, and I also was sort of falling in love with art again, and it was a very, very beautiful thing. Then what happened was I really loved art and drawing, and I was like, man, I'm gonna combine both of those two things and do something. So yeah, that's what happened. So here we are in 2019. I've combined my art and video production, and you're seeing a video of me drawing. So ever since 2015, I decided to take art seriously and sort of, practice more consistently, draw more, and, focus on doing more projects and finishing those projects, getting good at art and putting out quality work out in the world for people to see. That has always been my goal ever since that particular daily sketch period. And I think I've learned a couple of things, right, in terms of, say, how to get good at art. How do you go from that point to this point? Because if I look at my sketches right now, right, those sketches from the sketchbook, is like, those things are damn bad. I mean, okay, I wouldn't say bad, they're very beginner. They are very new, even though I've been drawing for a long time. Drawing my own characters and drawing from my own imagination was a completely new thing to me, because I was sort of drawing old realism drawings or realistic drawings. And I've learned a thing or two since then when it comes to getting good at your art. So one of them is focused, deliberate practice. What do I mean by that is, you have to be very deliberate and intentional about what you want to learn. So I was like, I want to draw very stylistic, cartoonic drawings, 2D illustrations, line work based. This is what I wanted to learn. Okay, how do I go about doing that? Great, I picked out what I wanted to learn. Then I was focused and deliberate in terms of how I learned that thing. First up, I'm going to focus on learning how to draw heads. Then I'm going to focus on learning how to draw the body. Then I'm going to focus on learning how to paint digitally. Then I'm going to focus on learning how to choose the right colors. Doing all these things one by one. I picked out one of those things, focused on that thing, and practiced that thing deliberately, not just like random practice, right? So I was like, I want to sit down, focus, practice. That's what I did. Since doing that thing, right, one by one, my art was getting better gradually. Now I'm looking at my current drawings, right? This is the drawing which I did yesterday. Look at this. So I like this thing. I like this one, right? This is the drawing which I did yesterday. And if I look at this, right, this and that, there's this huge difference, this leap from like going from that to this is like, how did I get here even? I'm sort of happy that, I'm where I am today. And this is one of the things that got me today to where I am right now. And another thing was, it's a very known thing. People know it, but they don't truly understand it. Even me, until say yesterday, right? This lesson was again taught to me. And the second thing was consistency. everybody knows that they need to be consistent with their work, consistent with their practice, consistent with their drawings and things like that and what they produce. But, right, do they truly know it? Meaning internally, right? Because I've always felt that, I logically know something, but do I really, am I really aware of that particular thing? And consistency is one of those things. You don't have to be very perfect with your practice. Back then when I was doing these daily sketches, if I miss a day, I'm like, damn man, I missed a day, I need to start this thing over again. It doesn't matter, really. It doesn't, trust me. What matters is what you do repeatedly on a day-to-day basis. If you miss a couple of days or a couple of weeks of practice, it doesn't matter. If you just, as long as you get back to it, that's what matters. And here's an idea from a fitness trainer named Jordan Site, who said, you can't mess this up. I'm sort of making this PG-13 because he's used a completely other word for mess. What he means by you can't mess this up, remember that. You cannot mess this up. You cannot mess this up as long as you get back on track. You get back on the train and go at it, right? And this was completely freeing for me when I learned this. Oh wait, I don't have to mess this up. The way I'm gonna get good at drawing from that point to this point is patience, consistency, keep throwing darts at the dartboard, and trust me, at least one of those darts will stick. And that's what I learned. That's the thing right here. That's how you get good, man. Focus, deliberate practice, and consistency. And keep throwing darts. One of them will stick. Cool. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. This little drawing right here, the PSD and the Procreate version of this drawing is going to go up on my Digital Art Made Simple course. So if you want a breakdown of this piece, you can go check that out, and along with the method I used to sort of color and ink this whole piece. And if you're interested in checking out some of my old artworks, realism artworks, you can check out one of these videos right here. So yeah, bye-bye.